Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's control the water.
Welcome everyone to Game 3 of the second round of the Bona Cup 2020 presented by SB Unfurled. We are back in the smoky Olean Armory for the Olean Armory Regional as the 2018 St. Bonaventure Bonnies take on the 2002 St. Bonaventure Bonnies in what's expected to be a high-scoring affair. Bona commenter here on the call with SB Unfurled. What do you think about this clash of two different teams from the 21st century?
When the bracket came out, this was one of the potential matchups that I wanted to see just because of all the firepower out of the guard positions. The chance to see Jalen Adams and Matt Mobley backcourt versus a Marcus Green and J.R. Bremer backcourt. That 2002 backcourt was first in the country in three-point attempts per game. They launch threes, and they didn't get a chance to in the first round because they had to play those 1952 guys with Bob Sasso, and there's no three-point line. So we are going to get to see two prolific offenses and three-point shooting teams, and they're going to have a three-point line, of course, in this one, and it should be, like you said, a high-scoring, fast-paced affair today.
Yeah, we've had back-to-back games in the Butler Gym with without a three-point line, but this time we got it back like you mentioned. Of course, we got some big shooters, Jalen Adams, Matt Mobley, even Courtney Stalker can step out for the 2018 guys. Meanwhile, for 2002, Bremer, Green, and Prado are three sharpshooters. So we really got six guys who can really hit from deep in this one.
Yeah, and Bremer averaged about 9 threes a game. Green took about 6. And then you had Prado and Messiah who can also step out. Gansey can shoot threes. And not too many dominant bigs in this one, so it's really two guard-oriented teams. But then you have Ladarian Griffin down low, probably the best front court player in this game. So we'll see if he can do some damage too.
Yeah, of course, Griffin also played for 2016 technically, but really that was his junior or freshman year, so he didn't really play that much. So we'll see a much better LD out for 2018. This is a matchup for them in their first game that they would really prefer because, like you said, there's not much of a backcourt presence down low. The 2000 squad, for instance, had Caswell Cyrus, and he had a good first game for the 2000 squad, but he was gone by 2002. So was Peter Van Passen. So there is really a lack of depth down low for both teams, but especially the 2002 guys.
Yeah, and this team, we saw Robert Cheeks go to work against 1952, but that 52 team didn't have a player over about 6'5". So, Robert Cheeks will be in the front court a lot today, probably matching up with Ladarian Griffin. So he'll have his hands full today, for sure, with Griffin underneath.
The winner of this one will play either the 1968 squad or the 2000 team as we are underway, and 2018 wins the opening tip. Jay Adams dribbling across court.
Camera's a little too high to start out.
The camera is too high in the armory. We got to move him down a little bit. There we go.
Someone in the rafters of the armory. It's like in that Bucks blimp that we saw yesterday.
Yeah. Shot clock winding down to Key, being tightly guarded by Prado. The deep shot, that's not what he wants. Robert Cheeks with the board. He gets into the lane. Ooh, a little tricky shot under. He gets his own rebound. No good. Stockard with the rebound. (2002) once again had a good win over 1952. A bit of a comeback in their first round matchup as the layup there misses. Messiah wide open. Oh, and he is denied. Courtney Stockard almost swatting that through the open door into the beef and barrel.
I think that ball hit the wall on the fly. We mentioned there aren't really any true dominant bigs, but Stockard looking like an elite shot blocker there.
And he may not be a typical center, but he can definitely block if he needs to, as Marcus Green sneaks in there for the reverse layup to get the scoring started. Jay Adams into the lane, off the glass, no good, but Bremer will pick up his first. We'll be seeing his slightly younger counterpart tomorrow as they play the 1968 team. And when he grew up 2 years later, he has some cornrows, so a slightly different look for JR in this game, but some of the guys like Jay Adams haven't really changed their appearance much over the 2 years.
And that's how I remember Bremer with, of course, you always remember the Kentucky game in 2000, but a lot of people remember him with the cornrows.
Jay Adams makes the first. I say Jay Adams didn't really have any changes. Of course, the one big change is he went from 10 to 3 in this year.
And Bremer also went from 12 to 2 and a number change, just like Jay Adams.
And if you are watching this for the first time in the Armory, some of the lines are technically off, so they look like they're shooting from the top of the arc, but it's really 15 feet, although Jay Adams misses the second one there.
Baskets are out a little farther than they normally would be. This is the last game in the Armory. We won't be seeing that anymore. We'll kind of miss it.
No, we have one more against 2098, or 68.
Oh, yes, tomorrow is in the Armory as well. That'll wrap up the Armory, and then we're in the Riley Center.
This is our last round in the Armory, as
Yeah.
we'll be soon moving to the Riley Center as Prado with a deep three, no good. Taki with the rebound. Two to one early, low scoring affair, but only a few minutes in. Oh, the alley-oop to Courtney Stockard, who slams it home.
I don't think this 2002 team was going to see any of that from 1952. This is going to be a wake-up call. This is a whole different animal here.
We should have put Bob Sassone's dunks on 99.
Ah.
We're not making fun of Bob Sassone. He just has a fun name to say. Stockard with the rebound.
Should be some highlight reel plays in this one.
Amadi Akpeezy into the lane, no good. Cheeks with the rebound. Of course, Cheeks had a very good game against 52. Was really instrumental in the win as he gets it there on offense and puts it in.
Yeah, Bremer had a bit of an off game for this 2002 team in the first round. Green had a rough first half, but was able to turn around. They're going to need both of those guards to come alive today to match up with Adams and Mobley.
Oh, Messiah steps in, then the steal and the pass into Stockard. Bremer can't get around Jay Adams. Rebound for Cheeks off the glass and in. 6-3 early start for 2002. Trying to pull out the first upset of the second round as both the 1 and 4 seeds won in Butler Gym. Matt Mobley into the lane. His first shot does not fall. A tough runner there for him. The transfer from Central Connecticut State, and Messiah is going to pick up a first foul for Courtney Stockard. Appears to be a little bit sore on the back or right hip area. See if we can shake this off and continue.
Early
Messiah
fouls
like
on, yeah, he is definitely a Vidal Messiah, tough guy. Early fouls on Bremer and Stockard too. Maybe something we'll have to keep an eye on. Only 3.5 minutes into this one.
Only one apiece so far, but since we can change that NBA rule of 6 fouls, they can foul out with 5 as the first free throw misses for Messiah. See Ladarian Griffin on the bench there next to Coach Schmidt. Was an instrumental 6th man on this 2018 squad.
Yeah, Peasy would get the start at the 5, but then Griffin would come in and play that center role at about 6'6" or 6'7" with Stockard at the 4.
Getting down the line, if this 2018 squad were to play the 68 team, that would be a tough matchup with Bob Lanier. As Jay Adams shoots the 3, no good. Bob Lanier going up against Ladarian Griffin, there would definitely be a disadvantage for 2018.
Yeah, we'll have to see tomorrow how that goes with Cyrus, another big man, good defensive big down low. So either way, they're going to have to play a really good big man next round.
Oh, Mobley running out in transition. He gets his own rebound. The reverse behind the back layup does not fall on the putback. Robert Cheeks out to Green. Marcus Green in the corner for 3. He rattles it home. 8-0 run for 2002, and that's a first 3 I have seen in quite a while.
That'll be the first of many, probably.
And Taki with the 3. Idris took 3.
Idris
That's a better written joke.
Not a guy who usually steps out and shoots too much from 3, but if he's going to be going 2, watch out.
Robert Cheeks, ooh, a little bit of a windmill dunk there for Vital Messiah. The Messiah rises once again.
Messiah had a nice dunk last round, I believe. A tomahawk jam, and getting going again here with the dunks.
Oh, Peasy gets his own rebound and puts it in. 12-8, a needed basket there for the 2018 team.
Amadi's a guy who could have a really good game in this one. He's going to be the biggest guy on the floor by far, by several inches. So if he can have a dominant performance inside on the offensive glass, that'll be huge.
Prado, no good on the shot there. Stockard into the lane. He gets it to fall, and the foul on Messiah. Courtney Stockard taking it to the rim.
Stockard was so huge in 2018. That third score after Adams and Mobley that they so desperately needed, especially in games against Maryland and UCLA.
He was pretty much the first scorer in that UCLA game in
I think
the
he had
NCAA tournament.
27 or so in that game.
Of course, you can't forget the Davidson game as we hit a 3 there in the corner. Didn't see who that was, but Stockard, of course, had the first 17 points in that triple overtime classic thriller against Davidson
On
and Riley.
senior night.
On senior night, too, although he was a junior that year. We're going to see a foul on Patricio Prado away from the ball. Stockard getting another hit there. It seems like even with all those injuries, Courtney Stockard always was taking hits like that.
Yeah, he was injured late in that 2018 year. Didn't even know if he was going to be able to go against UCLA for a minute.
Adams for 3, and he gets it to fall. Courtney Stockard, I was actually rewatching the Syracuse win at the Dome. He took a really huge charge in that game in overtime that really sealed the deal. The timeout has been called by Coach, we'll say his name, Van Bredikoff, and the 2002 guys. Should we start referring him to, like, he who shall not be named or something?
That's fine with me, yeah. We had a couple guys, you can't really hold it against them. You don't really know the situation, or, you know, I mean, I guess you do kind of know the situation of 2002, but, you know,
Not the player's
Brockington.
fault.
Yeah, Brockington is a guy in 2018 who we'll see who transferred. Gansey on 2002. They might actually be matched up against each other. Both of them transferred and had or are having pretty successful careers elsewhere.
Gansey went to West Virginia. Brockington to Penn State.
Kevin
Get restarted here.
Kevin Pittsnagel on that team. I think they went to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8 if I remember out the
That was an Elite 8 team.
Yeah.
Patricio Prado, shot clock winding down. He gets around Brockington, but we've just checked in for the first time.
Prado's a guy who's going to have a great game today. He is that team's third scorer, like Stockard is for 2018.
Oh, and a turnover there for 2018. Patricio Prado is going to be denied by Ladarian Griffin, who checks in for the first time. Shoeless Griffin.
We have his exact shoes that he wore in 2018. Those red and white. Can't remember. I think they might be Lillard shoes. Maybe Kobe.
Were you able to customize it so they fall off at one point during the fourth
No,
quarter?
I wish I could do that.
Shot clock winding down. Tough shot there, does not fall for Brockington. Foul on Easy reaching in on Marcus Green really far away from the hoop. That's an odd foul.
Bad sequence there for 2018. An awful shot from Brockington at the top of the key. It's one Schmidt might pull a freshman for. And then Isaac Peasy on the perimeter guarding Marcus Green.
Oh, but Ladarian Griffin gets his hands in there. It's stripped, and Marcus Green was the last to touch it. It goes back to 2018. course, J.R. Bremer had a really nice, strong stint in the NBA, including time with the Celtics. Oh, this will actually stay with 2002. See, I'm used to the games where it's like Bonnies versus Brown Indians, but now it's Bonnies and Bonnies. So when it says Bonnies ball, you don't know. You gotta wait until they inbound it.
Yeah. Tough to tell sometimes.
Shot clock winding down. Marcus Green, he can't quite get by Adams and won't get the runner to fall. Brockington into Griffin. Griffin with a tough layup, and it goes in. 17-15, 2002 got out to a fast start, but now it's just a 2-point game with 12-13 left to go in the half. Green for three, no good. Jay Adams right near the block with Vital Messiah on him. Ooh, he swings it into Griffin, Griffin the one-handed jam to tie it up.
Looked like Adams was panicking a little bit until he saw the slashing Griffin. A great finish. Griffin had so many great dunks in his career. Nice find by Adams underneath.
17 apiece, 11:33 to go in the first half. Winner plays either 1968. Griffin with a swat, or they'll play 2000. Griffin on the offensive end will put it home. Back-to-back one-handed jams for LD.
And in between, a nice block, and he was able to run down the court and get rewarded by Brockington. A nice find by the freshman inside.
Patricio Prado for three, and the devil wears Prado there. And a timeout for Coach Schmidt and the 2018 Bonnies. I've been waiting to get off that devil wears Prado call.
I like that.
For a while.
I don't remember when that movie came out. It probably wasn't even out in 2002. People would have been making those signs.
I didn't even look this up. Go ahead, tell them what we're listening to.
This music is not my area of expertise. I think this is Stir Fry by Migos. Is that how you say it?
Oh, yes.
And the only reason I know that is because this was in 2K like 18 or 17. So I'm familiar with it. Otherwise, unless it's 2002, I don't know.
I can't actually hear the music when it's on, so that's what to ask.
Yeah, I
I
won't know some of these.
Devil Wears Prada came out in 2006, so they're the closest team to it in the current.
Yeah.
A few years before them and stuff. But Darian Griffin, no good. Lawton, who checked in for the first time. I bet you didn't think you'd get Devil Wears Prada trivia when you watched this evening.
2006, not a stellar year for our Bonnies.
No. Somebody suggested we have, I think it was 2005 or 2006, play against some other really bad team from like the 80s or something. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah. That two-win
Reds?
team. Might have been.
I think
Yeah, it was.
Reds.
On the A10 board.
By the way, for all your Bonnies talk, even though it's God knows when we're going to play our next game, a10talk.com/forums. It's a fun place to be if we actually have basketball. Prado, with the clock winding down, has to fire up the three, and he gets it to fall. The Devil Wears Prado. I'd quote the movie, but I never actually saw it, and we go into the under 10 timeout. 2002 got out to a fast start. 2018 is keeping it close, though.
A nice start for Patricio Prado. As I know this song, this is Ludacris, Saturday. Do you remember that one? From 2002.
Saturday. I actually don't think I remember that one.
Ludacris.
I like Luda, but I don't remember that one.
Slow start for Bremer, but it doesn't matter because Prado's playing really well to start. And I thought 2018 might control this game, but the first 10 minutes have gone to 2002.
Going down the bracket, it would be very interesting to see if we were to get a 2000-2002 showdown. I know some people are clamoring for a 70 versus 68 to see the Final Four versus the Iron Five in the final. As Marcus Green adjusts in the air and gets it off. He's got 10 early. He had a slow start against 1952, but really took over in the second half.
Yeah, Bob Sassone defense on him.
Jay Adams off the glass and in. Jay will need to get going. Of course, his younger counterpart was knocked out 2 days ago in a tough loss to 1970. It was a really, really difficult bracket for the snub squad going up against 2012 and the A10 title team, and then being rewarded with the Final Four team, the #1 seed.
I think they got the toughest draw, but sophomore Adams had some great games and great plays.
Oh, Vital Messiah away from the ball. He'll pick up his second foul on Griffin, and checking in for the first time is Nelson Caputo.
And Caputo, even in that 2016-1970 game as a freshman, had some good plays driving in. I think he got a foul call against the Dauber, a little and one.
Griffin up against Cheeks, and Cheeks will pick up the foul.
Looking at the non-existent scoreboard.
On the side profile, both Cheeks and Messiah wear a shirt, so I was for a second there wondering if it was a third foul on Cheeks as Coach He Who Shall Not Be Named decided to leave him in.
Yeah, we had Oshun pick up 2 early fouls in one of the games. It wasn't last night. I think it was the first round.
77 game?
Yeah, and Schmidt decided to keep him in, unusually.
There he is, Mark Schmidt.
You notice this 2002 team, I think the only team I could remember that had an American flag on their jerseys. That season started 2 months after 9/11, I believe, so I'm sure a lot of those 2001, 2002 teams across the country had the flag on their jerseys.
Marcus Green dangerously close to the half-court line. He shoots it over Jay, and even though there's a size advantage there for Jay, Marcus Green is getting to the bucket. 12 points in 12 minutes for him.
Green, an electric scorer. He can drive. He can score from all 3 levels. And he's going to be a handful if he keeps this up, already with 12 points in 12 minutes.
Oh, another alley-oop and a reverse slam for Courtney Stockard. The stock market is rising. Damn the coronavirus lockdowns and the recession that is incoming.
Second alley-oop for Stockard.
That was a reverse jam. Griffin, ooh, almost gets the swap, but altered the shot enough to miss. Stockard into the lane, and he gets it in. And this appears to be like how we left off with this 2018 team a couple years ago. And Stockard is keeping them in this one, and a timeout for the 2002 team.
Yeah, we always talk about the backcourts that Adams had to play with. His first 2 years with Marcus Posley, his second 2 years with Matt Mobley, but also had phenomenal third scorers from that wing position or forward position with Dion Wright, who was a great all-conference type player, and then, of course, Courtney Stockard as well, and Stockard asserting his will and getting some nice passes inside from his teammates so far.
Is there anybody out on the wing that you think can slow down Stockard a bit? Because it appears like he's starting to get going here.
It doesn't look like it. I mean, we saw Prado and how good he is offensively. I'm not sure he can match up defensively, though. Maybe put Messiah on him. It looks like they're matched up right now. Might be their best bet.
Mike Gansey, who I believe checked in for the first time, being guarded by Caputo as Prado has the ball up top with 3 on the shot clock. Tightly guarded by Mobley, I believe. Cheeks with a rebound, and he puts it in.
Great rebound by Cheeks and finish there. Griffin and Stockard were in good position. Somehow didn't come down with that. Cheeks skied for that rebound.
Stockard into the lane. Oh, and he slams it over Robert Cheeks. The stock market is incredibly high right now.
Three huge dunks for Stockard. That was the best yet.
No, Prado in the lane with a lot of traffic converts the layup.
We saw Oshun posterize old Bob McCauley yesterday. I think that one by Stockard was even better. Two-handed.
We may have to have a dunk of the tournament competition for this, or
Gonna
even a
have to
dunk
have
contest altogether.
The top 10 plays for sure.
31-28, 6:23 left to go in the first half. Winner plays either the 1968 team or the 2000 team. The 2000 team, of course, has quite a few of the players like J.R. Bremer there, who nails the three.
The green release for Bremer from deep. That quick left-handed release. And they're up 6 now.
Olean Armory crowd enjoying a spectacle here as two different eras of 21st century's teams are facing off in the second round of the Bona Cup. Caputo tightly guarded by Ganzi, no good. Not a lot of motion on offense for 2018, and Coach Schmidt is not going to be happy about that as Cheeks go up and he picks up the second foul on Courtney Stocker.
Another bad sequence there for 2018, and Stocker definitely got him on the arm there, but Caputo holding it isolated and just launching it up from who knows how many feet out with no time on the clock, no ball movement like you said. And 2002 looking good defensively as well today.
Of course, 2002 was the 10 seed in this tournament. Knocked off number 7, 1952 last week. As Marcus Green will check back in.
This
along with
2002 team, yeah, Lawton came in as well. Really went 7 deep in these types of games with Lawton and Ganzi coming in.
Second shot there goes in, and I believe this is the largest lead of the game for 2002 at 8. But with this three-point shooting on this 2018 team, it would not be a surprise that they could make this. They could actually take the lead before half. Who knows?
No lead is safe with either of these teams.
Caputo into the lane, denied by Cheeks with a tough defense. Lawton with the board. Over back to Cheeks, and Cheeks running into the lane in the first double-digit lead of the game for 2002. Robert Cheeks picking up where he left off with 12 points already.
Yeah, you thought that first great game might have been because of the undersized as Adams gets into the lane. A nice answer there.
Nice little swim move into the lane.
Cheeks going up against the undersized 1952 team, but he is backing up that performance with also good forwards.
Prado no good, but Cheeks there with the rebound. Oh, can't get it to fall as Griffin snags the board. Stockard out. Ooh, tightly guarded by Prado. Just enough to force the bad shot. Marcus Green once again dangerously close to that half-court line. We saw Tim Wynn do that a lot for the 2000 team. J.R. Bremer, the three, no good. Cheeks, though, with the rebound. Oh, but Matt Mobley gets his hand in there and strips him. Out to Caputo. Caputo in the corner for three. Yes, it goes.
Nice sequence there for 2018. And Mobley with the active hands. We haven't heard his name too much, but getting it done on defense. And then Caputo finishing in that corner right in front of his bench.
Definitely a smaller lineup in for Coach Schmidt with Adams, Mobley, and Caputo all in. As Griffin, though, gets the steal. He gets by J.R. Bremer and gets it in.
Nice nifty move there by Griffin in transition to get her on Bremer and lay it up. Beautiful finger roll for LDG.
2018 now on a 7-0 run after trailing by as many as 10 as we come up on 3:05 left in the first half as Griffin gets the steal.
2 steals in a row for LD.
Adams the step back three, and that's a swish. Swaggy J with the shot, and it falls. And it's all tied up, and a timeout for Coach He, who shall not be named.
You just said they can fill it up quick and they can come back in a hurry, and they did. I think that was a quick 10-0 run for 2018. You can see how fast they can bunch it up, and that was even without Mobley getting involved in the action. A nice step back three deep for Adams.
I feel like The cheerleaders in 2002 and 2018 had pretty similar outfits. Not exactly your 1952 squad.
Yeah, I would say so.
No heads coming out of the floors this time.
I hope we get some of that. It's an Armory special.
I think it's because we had the 1952 team. We went too far back in time, and that caused a little bit of a pet cemetery situation to happen.
A glitch.
Oh, a steal by Jay Adams, and he slams it home. 12-0 run now. Jay Adams sneaks in there and has a steal and a wide open dunk.
A rare case for Green getting his pocket picked, but he wasn't paying close enough attention, I guess, or underestimated the quick hands of Jay.
Lackadaisical out of the timeout, but Green steps into the lane, no good, and Adams with the rebound. No points in almost 3 minutes for 2002. Mobley now tightly guarded. Oh, the alley-oop to Griffin! And LD gets up! That's the third alley-oop for this team. We were talking about the three-pointers in the pregame show, but there's been a lot of acrobatics out of this 2018 team.
They like to throw the alley-oops. You remember some big ones against Syracuse,
Griffin,
against
two
VCU.
blocks! Oh, he can't get the third block. Oh, he had two massive blocks on Marcus Green. Not sure why Marcus Green would even try to shoot almost a foot taller, if not more. Darian Griffin is, but picks up the foul on the third attempt. I believe that's Lawton who's going to the line.
Yeah, Patrick Lawton will go to the line here. Some desperately needed points for 2002. They're in quite the drought right now, heading into halftime.
14-0 run right now for 2018. Make that 14-1, as that's the first basket in more than 3 minutes for 2002. Warming up his hands there. I wonder how cold it is. What do you think the temperature is like in the Armory?
Well, it's June 24th. It should be really, really hot and muggy. I don't know why he needs to warm up his hands. I don't think we have air conditioning in there either.
Maybe his hands were too sweaty and he was cooling them down.
Maybe.
Either way, that's probably not the smartest idea with the coronavirus, but maybe we're playing in 2018, so we don't have it yet.
Oh, that's true.
Stockard with the rebound. No good. Lawton with the board. Messiah in the lane. Taki will pick up his first foul. Van Bredikoff, I think he wanted an intentional there, but you're not getting that call in the Armory.
Does he know where he is? We're in the Armory. Intentional foul. It was a hard foul by Taki, though.
Got Masai here. Shooting two. First shot falls. And they're starting to calm down this 14-0 run that 2018 went on. 2002 led by as many as 10 just a few minutes ago, but a lot of sharp shooting and high-flying action out of 2018, quickly storming back out in front.
Tough to answer all that momentum that they have after those spectacular plays. One way to do it is to attack the rim and get some foul calls.
And that's what they've done back-to-back. 2 free throw possessions for 2002. So they tied it back up with about a minute to go. Griffin tightly guarded by Messiah. No good, but he gets his own putback and lays it right in. The nice little gentle tap.
Griffin heavily involved in the action so far. Far more than even like Matt Mobley has been involved. You haven't really still heard his name too much. Griffin's already taken, I think, over a dozen shots tonight.
Marcus Green tightly guarded by Jay Adams. Shot clock went in. Brado from almost the half-court circle, no good. Taki, oh, the nice little cross on Prado, but he can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound and lays it in.
Nice hustle play there by Taki to stick with it.
46-42, 20 seconds left in this one before the half. Marcus Green trying to set something up for the last possession before halftime. Prado. Shot clock winding down. He has to fire. No good. Stockard shoots it up. No good. But after a 10-point lead with about 5 minutes left in the first half, 2018 stormed back out in front, and they lead at the half. Let's check out the SB Unfurled and Friends halftime show.
Check out some highlights. See Marcus Green from the corner. Beautiful shot there in the armory.
Patricio Prado got around Brockington there. I believe because of a retired number, Brockington's actually wearing 12 instead of 21. As Robert Cheeks, we forgot about that dunk because of all the alley-oops 2018 had. A lot of high-flying action out of both sides as Griffin leads with 13 points. Robert Cheeks already a double-double once again with 12 and 11.
Nice games from guys who we didn't even talk about in the pregame show out of that 4 position or maybe the 5 position.
We were saying glowing things about the three-point shooting, and
yeah,
there's been some three-point shooting. Jay Adams 2 of 3, but it's been all about the dunks.
3 guys in double digits. Griffin, Stockard, and Adams for 2018. Mobley, no points, held scoreless 0-4. Credit to J.R. Bremer, who's been guarding him.
See Marcus Green, Robert Cheeks, and Patricio Prado all in double digits. Of course, Cheeks already has a double-double. Bremer only with 3 points. He has not had that strong of a Bona Cup, really.
No. And Bremer and Mobley combining, they're guarding each other, remember, combining for 1 of 11 so far as we look at the shot charts.
Stalemate at shooting guard on both sides there.
Yeah. Mobley had
a couple of good shots.
Mobley had a beautiful assist though on that lob, alley-oop to Griffin.
Mobley 0-4.
0-5,
right off the rim.
I believe.
Yeah. And let's check out the second half stats here. 2002 actually almost shooting 50%. Or 2018, sorry.
Yeah, they've only taken 9 threes. They've hit 4 of them, though. Only 1 less than 2002. A lot more efficient. 2002's already put up 14, on pace for their 33s a game.
Looking at the offensive and defensive rebounds, it's pretty even. Actually, a couple more rebounds for 2002.
Yeah, I think these are 2 really evenly matched teams. They play kind of similar styles. They'll go small quite a bit with a 6'6" or so guy at the 5 position. I think 2018, where they have the advantage getting into that 3rd, 4th, 5th score, they're just a lot more deep, more skill with guys like Stockard versus Prado and Griffin versus Messiah or Cheeks.
There he is, one of the stars of the first round of the tournament, that's for sure. The last time we were in the Armory, Bicycle Man, not only doing this at halftime, but also giving us a little bit of delivery from Beef and Barrel. What are you ordering tonight?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with the Beef and Barrel cheeseburger, a beautiful half-pound Angus beef cheeseburger. I get the bacon put on it with the cheddar cheese. Very
I'm finally trying the wings because you recommend them. I've never had wings at Beef and Barrel because usually if I'm going to go for wings, like I'm thinking Randy's or something.
Absolutely. They're different, though, and that's why I like them. I crave them every once in a while. Nice breaded wings. Their blue cheese is phenomenal.
Look at that passing to Taki for 3 in the corner. How about that passing? Pass, 2 or 3 really quick ones. And that is exactly how you practice it on the fast break drill.
Precision team basketball, and the fans in the Armory love it.
49-42, largest lead of the game for 2018. Once trailed by 10. Cheeks with a deep shot, or Messiah in the deep corner. Taki another 3, no good. He's made 2 already.
He's feeling it there.
If you're getting Taki to make 2 threes, you're having a special game all around. As Mobley with a deflection there on the shot. Into Stockard, and Stockard slams it once again. Look at this cold shooting night. 1 for 8 for Bremer. He has just been unable to get going in this one.
Yeah, you see Mobley chasing him all over the court there. Neither has been good offensively, but you got to give them credit defensively, holding their counterpart cold.
Bremer there for 3. Make that 1 for 9, but Cheeks with the rebound. No good, and Mobley skies for the board. He gets around Marcus Green for 3. Back iron, no, and I don't think he was able to save that. We'll have to see who retained possession of that. Mobley also a very cold game.
And those two guys you feel like can heat up quick, and they're not going to be shy about shooting and trying to shoot themselves out of this slump.
2002 ended up winning. The ball there's J.R. Bremer for 3, and as you say it, there it is. A big 3 for Bremer.
Wide open, can't miss that if you're Bremer.
Jay Adams, though, counters with his own 3.
Got to be frustrating if you're 2002. You finally get Bremer growing, and immediately Adams answers with a 3 of his own.
We've had 3 3-pointers in just 2 minutes already in the first half. Bremer fires his own. Back iron, no good. You can tell he really wants to get going now. Adams in transition, no good. Oh, but Stockard skies up for the little dunk there.
How about the timing Stockard has had today on the rebound putbacks and on the alley-oops? Phenomenal in the air today for Stockard.
Messiah for 3, no good. Ikpeazi, who's back in the game, gets a rebound. And Stockard is getting around Marcus Green, and the mismatch there works for 2018. 16 points for Stockard, the largest lead of the game for either team now. 13 points for 2018, and coach, he who else shall not be named, wants a timeout.
Adams and Stockard getting the crowd up. Stockard has been the player of the game so far, and 2002 doesn't really have an answer for him. You asked earlier who could stop him, but doesn't look like anyone so far. He's working 2002 and several different players in different ways, and he's been excellent in the first half and change.
I believe it was 38-28, 2002. And if you were to go back from there, this would be a 30-7 run, I believe, for 2018.
And those 30 points have been scored in probably less than 10 minutes, probably about 6 or 7 minutes.
Messiah gets the inbound pass as 2018 is really looking to get going. If Bremer can't get going, it might have to be the man who just passed the ball, Marcus Green. Over to Bremer. He'll fire the deep 3. Oh, almost looked like it was going to rim in, but no good. Mobley in transition. Look, long 2 there.
Bremer 2 of 12, 6 points. If you're going to go down, he's saying you're going to go down swinging, and he's going to keep launching. He's their highest rated player.
Bremer now, tightly guarded by Mobley. Gets around him barely, but a tough shot there. Also trying to compete with Ikpeazi. Stockard, a couple fancy dribbles there. Spins, no good. Marcus Green, tightly guarded by Jay Adams, who will force him to take it back up top.
Green, one of the quickest players I've ever seen. Adams doing a good job there in the open court to keep Green in front of him somehow and force him back out.
Cheeks gives it to Bremer to Green. Shot clock at 0. No good. Almost bounced in off the backboard. Matt Mobley gets around Bremer but kicks it back out. Adams, no good, and Prado beats Ikpeazi to the board. Green in transition, then the layup will fall. A big bucket there needed as a 15-point deficit for 2002. Adams for 3, no good. Cheeks with the rebound. Both teams really starting to push the pace now, a lot faster than it was in the first half as Cheeks into the lane, off the glass and in, and a foul for Matt Mobley.
Vidal Messiah, nice job there, getting the and one, trying to make it 3 points the old-fashioned way after Marcus Green got out in transition and was able to lay it in. We could have it back to a 10-point game here. A lot of fast-paced action.
Vital Messiah. Can't convert the end one. 15-13 left to go in this one. Oh, look at behind the back pass to Stockard behind his head, really, and Stockard slams it home.
Stockard has been the recipient of several, 4 or 5, a handful of beautiful passes from his teammates today.
Marcus Green pump fakes. Oh, passes up to 3. Shot clock down to 5. Gives it to Bremer. Tightly guarded again. Over to Messiah. Messiah with a shot. No good. And 2018 will happily settle for that kind of possession. Alley-oop again to Stockard. It's 19-20 because the stock market is out of control.
Roaring 20s now for Stockard. Just got done talking about the great passes he's getting, and then the next possession, another phenomenal alley-oop.
Shot clock winding down. Marcus Green, the difficult 3, a little bit of a fade away, and a big shot for him. That was really needed as we come up on 14 minutes as Adams with a slam in. Really gets a wide open lane there.
This is what you expected with these two teams. One highlight reel play after another, fast-paced action.
66-52. Corrado with a little step back, no good. Peasy with the board. Getting it out to Matt Mobley, who fires a 3 in transition. No good. Messiah with the board. 1 of 7 for Matt Mobley. Has been doing quite a bit off the ball, whether it's passing or guarding Bremer tightly. Jay Adams is actually now on Bremer now. Corrado into the lane on Mobley, and announcers jinx. Mobley will pick up his, I believe that was his 3rd.
I think it might have been his 2nd. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if that comes into play. If he gets another foul, we'll check that out. But Corrado, I mean, this is what happened in the first half when 2018 went on that big run. 2002 started attacking, killing the momentum a little bit, hopefully trying to convert at the line and chip away at this now 14-point lead.
First shot will fall for Prado as Ganzi will come back into the game, as well as Patrick Lawton. Prado now at the 4, really going with a small lineup here for 2002 as Brockington and Griffin come in. Griffin at the 3. It's a interesting showdown here with a small lineup for 2002 and a really big lineup for 2018.
Yeah, Stockard at the 3 or the 2 with Brockington also on the wing. This is as big of a lineup as 2018 puts out.
Screen there by Griffin for Brockington. Brockington with a step back 3, and it goes! The man who ended up transferring to Penn State with a nice step back jumper and nails the 3 as it's nice to 54.
And with all the firepower 2018 has, when Taki and Brockington are both hitting from deep, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Marcus Green deep, no good. Ekpeasy with the board. I think with this smaller lineup, 2002 is going to want to run because not only do they have an issue with time, but they're also going to have an issue getting rebounds. As Griffin backs down Prado, and that's another issue. Mismatch there as Darian Griffin slams it home and 53% shooting for the 2018 team. As Stalker gets the steal up to Ladarian Griffin, and Shoeless Griffin, oh, he is going to be fouled on the way up. Second foul for J.R. Bremer. And you got to wonder, if we were in the Armory, would that have been intentional or a clear path foul?
The way it turned out, it was a good foul. I thought Griffin was going to have a breakaway dunk. Remember, in 2018, Griffin at the top of that 1-3-1 was so long and athletic, and they were able to do that to perfection. That was out of man, but you saw him get out, and that possession before, like you said, with Prado at the 4, you saw the effects that that's going to have. Griffin able to back his man down, and they're going to have a lineup change now anyway, so that might be adjusted.
And it looks like Coach Schmidt wanted Mobley to get some rest to kind of reset for this final stretch, although fortunately for them, they haven't really needed Mobley. They're up 17 right now with 12:06 to play.
Yeah, when Stockard's playing like he is, Griffin having a good game, and then Taki and Brockington also chipping in from deep.
72-54, 18-point lead, and Gansey into the lane. He'll get fouled by Taki and makes it. And they'll need 3 points here to get going as Mike Gansey, who eventually ended up transferring to West Virginia.
You saw there why Marcus Green is the all-time leader in assists. Such a quick, perfect pass underneath, setting up Gansey for the and one.
If you're just joining us, some of the lines look off in this Olean Armory recreation that we are currently in. So even though it looks like he's shooting at the top of the key, it's really a 15-foot regular free throw as it falls. 72-57, 15-point lead. 2002 led by as many as 10 in the first half, but ever since then, it has been all 2018. Stockard with a little step back three, no good. Prado with the rebound. Prado steps into the lane, little Euro step. It falls off the rim, no good. Prado, 4 of 15, had a couple threes. Mobley for three, and the rest for Matt Mobley. The Pride of Worcester comes back into the game and nails a deep three.
2002 in a lot of trouble now. They need some answers fast.
Prado, a little bit of a hesitation after he got by his man and it doesn't go. Adams in the corner for three. Yes, that'll fall. And it's impossible pretty much to stop this team when they are hitting threes in transition like this. Van Bredikoff, known for his terrible decision-making, decides not to call a timeout on this play.
Our biggest lead of the game, up 21.
Bremer into the lane, no good. Taki with the rebound. Stockard getting out. Oh, the step back three, no good. Gansey with the board. Up to Line with a wide open lane and dunks it home. A beautiful looking dunk, but they're going to need some stops if they want to get back in this one. And there's one stop as Gansey will pick up the ball stripped by Green. 18 seconds before our under 10 media timeout. Green for three, no good. Line with the board out to Bremer. Bremer for three. Yes, he gets it to go. They're going to need more of that out of him. Clock winding down here. Adams step back three, no good. Lawton with the board. And after a strong first part of the first half for 2002, it has been the 2018 team styling, profiling, jet gliding, limousine riding their way with some awesome dunks and some sharp shooting from deep and a few blocks to put the cherry on top as they currently lead by a lot.
2018 looking every bit the part of the 2 seed. They could have been anywhere in the 2, 3, maybe even 4. They're looking like an unstoppable force through 30 minutes, and let's see if they can cap it off in the last 10 minutes and move on in the Bona Cup.
16-point deficit, once led by, I believe, 18 or 19. Griffin, gets around his man, no good though. Mobley with the rebound and the putback.
Mobley was one of the best rebounding guards I've seen at Bona's. Dominic Welch right now is another great rebounding guard, and you saw him there.
Messiah, he was challenged by Stockard on the layup, no good. Bremer, who's had a tough shooting night, being tightly guarded by Mobley most of the night. Marcus Green for three, that'll fall.
They're going to need Green, Bremer, and Prado to start hitting if they're going to come back from 15 down. You have to think 2018 is probably going to get to 100 or near 100 the way they've been playing. So this is going to have to be a 35-point 10 minutes for 2002.
Strip and steal. Marcus Green, a beautiful spin into the lane, and that'll fall. I was about to say before that possession, we were talking about 2018 when they were down 10, that they could turn it on at any time. I feel like this 2002 team with their deep shooters, I feel like the same is true for them.
Yeah, you can't count them out. They can score in bunches as well. A lot of deep threats. No lead is
Mobley
safe.
into the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound, and he'll put that in. Tightly guarded by Messiah, and Mobley slowly, he and Bremer are getting towards double digits, but it has been a very difficult 9 for both of them.
Yeah, if Mobley's not going to get going from outside, he did hit that 3. He's going to get himself going, getting to the offensive glass and cleaning up a little bit.
We saw a couple putbacks for him there as J.R. Bremer with a little step back 3 will get this to a 12-point game with 7:49 to go. And Coach Schmidt wants a timeout for the 2018 team.
Under 8 minutes and 12 points. I mean, that's a 4-possession game. Bremer maybe starting to come alive a little bit. You're going to have to get Prado involved. 2018, though, you can't have bad possessions and turn the ball over and let this 2002 team get out in transition and score quickly. You're going to have to run some nice half-court sets, keep getting Stockard involved, keep getting Griffin involved.
So who do you want to see more out of for 2002 to get back in this one? Marcus Green or J.R. Bremer?
I'd say Bremer. Green is such a good distributor. He can score in bunches as well, but you're going to have Bremer get heated up quickly too.
Pass into Griffin. Tightly guarded by Robert Cheeks. No good in the rebound. Out to Gansey. They'll pull back out to Green. 12-point lead for 2018. Winner plays either 1968 or 2000 in the Riley Center next Tuesday. Clock winding down. Green with a deep 3 over Griffin. No good. Stockard with a rebound. Stockard has had a relatively quieter second half, although compared to the first, he was on fire. Oh, Ladarian Griffin with being boxed out by the much shorter Marcus Green, just tips it to himself and puts it in.
Green was in good position, but not much you can do when you're about 5'7" or 5'8" with Griffin behind you.
Almost a 14-inch difference there.
A lot of wingspan.
Marcus Green for 3, no good. Taki with the board. No good for Griffin there. Bremer in transition fires a 3, no good, but Messiah with the rebound. Messiah can't get it to fall, though. Jay Adams with a step back 3, and that'll fall. And the Friars are loving this in the crowd right now. You can see him on the sidelines.
On the other end, that's a layup that you got to make if you're Vidal Messiah if you want to get back into it. Adams, the quick answer.
Oh, nice behind the back pass from Marcus Green to Bremer, but Bremer can't get the 3 to fall. It's still a 17-point margin here. 5:50 left.
See, Prado's been on the bench for a little bit. He's coming back in.
Give and go to Mobley, who lays it in, and if he's not going to be able to get open for 3s as much as he would want to, he's finding his own right now at the rim.
He's a versatile player, and he can score differently if he has to.
Bremer fires the 3, and he gets that one to fall. Still a 16-point deficit, though, as 2002 really needs to clamp down on defense. We're not seeing the defense out of this squad that we might be used to seeing from them just 2 years ago in 2000.
Yeah, and if 2018 is able to hang on, they're going to have to face that 2000 team.
Or the 68
So good.
team.
Or
As
the
Taki tips it in.
2000 versus 68 tomorrow should be good. We'll see Cyrus and Lanier matched up down low.
Yeah, sorry to confuse you. I was just comparing 2000 to 02, like on defense.
Yeah.
Gansey being tightly guarded by Mobley. Over to Bremer. Sorry, that was Taki in the guarding. Mobley over there. He forces the shot clock violation. Mobley heard me call the wrong number, so he decided to make me pay by creating the shot clock violation.
Now Prado will come in for Gansey. That'll probably be the last we see of Mike Gansey. And Prado's another one who can fill it up quickly, and they're going to need him and everyone else to get going here under 5 minutes.
Griffin out there, tightly guarded by Prado. Back over to Key. He is going to get the acrobatic tough layup there. 12 points for Idris Taki. He had 2 big threes to keep them in the game in the first half.
Taki and Prado have been evenly matched. Mobley and Bremer, although they're playing not as good as they usually do, have been evenly matched. That difference has been Stockard and Griffin inside.
Robert Cheeks over to Marcus Green for 3. He rattles it home, but a lot more threes are needed for 2002 if they want to make this a tight game again. Mobley for 3, no good. Messiah. Look at Mobley, scoreless at the half, 11 points in the second. He helped extend this lead to as many as I believe 20 as Prado will rattle home the deep 2. You can see it right there. It's been all about the shooting efficiency, and the shots have just been way more efficient. But a steal there for 2002 is Cheek strips. Like I was saying, a lot more efficient shots out of 2018 for the most part in this game. Ooh, and a strip, and it is almost got corralled by Adams, but Green will get it back with 7 on the shot clock. Gives it into Bremer, who slams it home, and a timeout will be called on the play.
Big play there. Adams almost had the steal. He could have pushed that lead out to what would have been, 17? Now it's a big turn of events.
Exactly.
Nice hustle play. Yeah, and Green able to find, I think it was Green, able to find a cutting Bremer. Maybe that'll get Bremer going. A nice dunk there inside. Under 3 minutes. Still down 13, but we got a lot more manageable than it was just a minute ago.
And let's look at our player of the game. Not a surprise here. Courtney Stockard, who had a tremendous performance, especially in the first half. A lot of high-flying dunks for the St. Louis native.
A tournament full of highlight reels in just one half, or maybe 25 minutes to the start of that second half for Stockard.
I believe he had 2, if not 3, alley-oop dunks.
Yeah, and then a nice putback off of Adams' miss as well.
The way these teams shoot threes, though, this one's not quite over yet. I'm glad to have the three-pointer back for this one. As Taki for 3, back iron no good. 13-point game with 2:30 to go. Messiah to Cheeks. Gives it to Green. Back into Cheeks on the give and go. He'll dunk it, and a foul. Ladarian Griffin picks up his second, and Cheeks can make this a 10-point game. And we were just talking about the threes, but that's not the 3 I was expecting, but this could be the old-fashioned 3.
Yeah, I don't think Cheeks was expecting to get the foul call there. He did beat Griffin to the rim, and a beautiful find by Green. Another perfect pass by the 2002 point guard inside, and we have a 10-point game.
93-83, 2018 is on top. The winner will play either the 1968 Iron 5 or the 2000 team. And a steal by Prado after a hand got in the pass. And Prado for 3. He gets it to fall. Patricio Prado, the devil wears Prado once again as we are inside 2 minutes. A 7-point game.
If you're up 15 or 20, maybe you can try throwing that alley-oop. Probably not 10, though, with this 2002 team answering quickly.
Stockard, though, tips it back in to quiet down what was a 16-4 run for 2002. Marcus Green looking to set something up. Over to Prado, wide open 3, and it goes. That looked good from the release. 89-95.
Back-to-back threes by Prado, and this one's not over. Now just a 2-possession game.
Tough running layup does not fall. He's tightly challenged as Bremer will have it out and look to get maybe into the lane. Tightly guarded by Jay Adams. Messiah now with 7 on the shot clock. Over to Prado. Oh, gets it over to Green. Cheeks does. No good. Griffin with the rebound as we are inside a minute now. Jay Adams, step back three, no good. Rebound for Messiah.
A little too quick of a shot there for Adams. Take a little more time off the clock.
Still got 2 timeouts for Coach He Who Shall Not Be Named as we are inside 42 seconds left now. Green out to Bremer. Tightly guarded by Takik. The 3 for Patricio Prado, and Patricio Prado, the devil is not only wearing Prado, but Prado is in fashion right now.
Prado channeling his inner Reggie Miller. That's 9 points in about 30 seconds for Prado, and all of a sudden a 1-possession game.
Idris Takik for 3, no good, and a rebound for Messiah and a timeout. 2018 very recently led by as many as about 19 or 20, and now it is a 1-possession game, and 2002 has the ball. So, what are you drawing up here if you are Coach He Who Shall Not Be Named?
I don't know who 2018 is going to focus on. With Prado getting this hot, maybe they do focus on him. I think you have to have a lot of different options here. Green, Bremer, and Prado obviously can all hit from deep. Whoever's open, man, go to them because you got a lot of options.
It's been an amazing back and forth game, even though it's been a little bit slower in the back and forths than we've been used to, as 2002 was out to a 10-point lead in the first half. That was quickly erased, and 2018 got out to, we have to look at it back in the stats at the end of the game, but about a 19 or 20-point lead, and now it's only 3, and with 1 possession.
I think they were up 21, and this might be about a 25-6 run late in the last 3 minutes. Hopefully people didn't leave us.
We said it both times when both teams got down by a lot, like they can turn it on with 3-point shooting. Marcus Green, though, being tightly guarded by Jay Adams, who has had a quieter second half, actually. Out to Green. Green fires from the corner, no good. Rebound for Cheeks. Back out to Green, who fires, no good again, and that'll do it. 2018 fends off an upset-minded 2002 squad. The 10 seed will go down after falling behind by about 20 points. 2018, who was the last team to win the NCAA tournament game, they will move on to the Riley Center in the Final Four of the 2020 Bona Cup.
We got everything we wanted out of this game and everything we thought we would get with all the high-flying action and the 3-point shooting. It looked like it was over, but it wasn't, and it was a 1-possession game. 2002 had a chance to tie with 15 seconds left. Who would have thought? But the hot shooting of Patricio Prado got them back in and made this a great game.
Jay Adams, 5 of 10 for 3. He led with 24, Stockard with 22, but it was a lot of Griffin and a lot of Matt Mobley down the stretch for them.
Yeah, they had, I think, 5 guys in double figures, it looked like.
As for Marcus Green, 10 of 25, 25 points. Prado, 8 of 20. Bremer, 6 of 20. A lot of shooting, especially from deep for these guys. 25, 23, and 17. Robert Cheeks with 16, but just not the same amount of efficiency that we saw out of 2018.
Yeah, I was surprised they were able to even get back in that game. There were some quick shots being shot by 2018 that let them get back in it. Let's take a look at the shot chart here. Rough game for Messiah.
Marcus Green was loving that corner over there. J.R. Bremer had a little bit of a rough game. We will not see a Domblowskis sighting officially now. I know Bona Fanatic is very heartbroken about that.
Unlock our secret 100 overall player.
He would only be unlocked if we went to overtime. Amadi Ekpezi, 11 rebounds. Not very surprising when you consider he is the biggest player on the court by a significant margin.
Right.
Look at the 3-point shooting out of both teams. 38 for the 2002 squad, 27. That was 65 combined 3-pointer shot in this one.
I'll have to look up what the most Oh, there's no game log, unfortunately. I wanted to look up what the most threes this 2002 team shot in a game. They averaged 30 a game, like I said.
Looking down the list here, 58 points in the paint for the 2018 team. That just speaks to the size of Stockard, Griffin, and well, even Ekpeasy, because he was at least clearing out space for other players.
13 dunks for 2018.
Also, not a lot of bench points for 2002, as we saw some strong play, a couple shots for, of course, Griffin off the bench technically, but then also Brockington had a few nice makes.
And I think Gansey and Lawton were the two who came off the bench. They went 7 deep, 2002 did.
And you were right also, 21-point lead was the largest of the game for 2018, but it got cut down to 3 down the stretch, and 2002 had a couple Marcus Green threes in the corner to push it to overtime, but neither of them could fall.
Yeah, that first one, the ref had his arm up. It would have been a tie game if that would have went.
So who matches up better for 2018 if we're looking ahead to tomorrow's game between the 1968 Iron 5 and the 2000 team, which is basically a similar version of this one, although of the 2002 team, but with a little more depth down low?
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough either way, and that's what happens when you have a tournament of this many great teams. Lanier inside seems like it would be a huge problem for 2018, but 2000's balance as well and their depth. I don't know. I don't think there's a good answer. Either way, they're going to have the 3-point line, which will help them. So, man, it's just gonna get tough, and it's only gonna get tougher after that too, because you're gonna have either 1970 or 1961, who they will probably be rooting for, so they can have that 3-point line if they do win.
It'll be enormous as we are cut down to 5 teams left in the Bona Cup. Our final ticket to the Riley Center will be punched tomorrow at 8 here on SB Unfurled's YouTube channel, as the 2000 team, some of these guys from tonight's game will be having some of their younger versions play against the 1968 team led by the Iron 5 and sophomore Bob Lanier for the final ticket to the Riley Center. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at SB Unfurled, at Bona Commenter for all your Bona Cup updates. SB Unfurled on YouTube. Subscribe there to get all the notifications about the tournament. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for a great one.